I'd really love to hear your simple approach to innovating. How do you explain what your process to innovation is?
Really, if you take it down to a 3-step process, it's extract your assumptions, map them, and run experiments. And so that, if you had to boil everything I do down to 3 steps, I'm getting people to talk about what they're worried about. And usually I'm framing that desirable, viable, feasible, sometimes adaptable or other things that are thrown in there. But basically the 3, do people want this? Should we be working on this? And can we do this? And it doesn't matter what industry I work with, they have to really address risk in all 3, whether doing something in space, on the moon, on the space station, which is stuff I've been around at Singularity University, or if it's some kind of like B2C cat sharing app, which is like a very Valley thing, or if I'm working with like a B2B chemical company, they still have to figure out the risk around those 3. And so usually it's all jumbled up inside their heads. And what I try to do is get them to write these down, usually as a team. And then the mapping is like, how do we prioritize? And that's where assumptions mapping comes in, which is what are the most important things where we know the least amount about them, least amount of evidence. And then I had to focus and like, okay, well, this stuff is wrong. We're really in trouble. This other stuff is important, but maybe here, if this is wrong, like this whole thing's doomed. And then it's how do we run experiments to address that stuff? And so part of the book, a big chunk of the book is all those experiments and the taxonomy and, desirable experiments, feasible, viable, and then cost and all that stuff that we've put in there. But I'm really just trying to facilitate a structured conversation of what are you worried about? Let's focus and let's give you options to go and drive, let's drive that into action and come back and learn. And so if you try to distill it down, that's really the 3-step process: extract, map, and then run experiments, and keep doing that until you can de-risk and figure out, is this worth investing in?
Thanks so much for watching. You can watch the full version of the podcast by going to my YouTube channel, or indeed by clicking the link right up here. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time.